Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the AMX 13F3AM. It's the Tier 6 French SPG. This one's located on the attack team on Ghost Town Assault, and it's under the command of Targy. Oh, and he's woken up at last. The game started. Okay, well, it's a Tier 7 game. He's Tier 6 Arty. So he's middle tier because there's Tier 5 tanks in the game as well. Now, as you know, the cap's been moved. It used to be on the other side of the town, but now it's actually been placed in the town. So this is going to be rather interesting. We're waiting for the first sightings of the enemy. Normally you'd see those at the north end and at the south end, but he's actually hedging his bets and expecting some of them to appear around the back. And the first one he spots is a KV-1. He's trying to line up where he thinks it's going to go. Rounds out. I think it fell a little short of the KV-1, but it probably did some splash damage. Okay, there's another KV-1 on the enemy team. Standard reload for this Arty is 30.58 seconds, and Targy's got a reload time of just 26.47. Oh, didn't get that one. Now, the 155mm howitzer on this vehicle is capable of 630 output, penetrating 39mm of armour, and it's got a, as I said, a standard reload time 30.58. The burst radius is 7.6 meters. Rounds out. That's better. That hit the target. 284 is a good strike as well. Oh, and the target goes down. Taken out by our VP. Yes, we have VPs on our team in this game. The enemy team's got an M44 and a Gorilla, so I think actually they've got the disadvantage. Because we've got a fast firing Arty and a heavy hitting Arty as well at the same time. Okay. Can't get a shot on that KV-1 at the moment. Is that KV-1? No, I think it's a Cavalier over there now, but he's now aiming at the OI Experimental. Can get a shot between the gap. Doesn't though. It hits the building in front of him. Okay, he's trying to get another shot. It's a difficult gap there. Normally I'd let those ones fully dial in before I fire. It looks like the PP's trying to get the OI as well. Now remember, this is only a 10-minute battle, so you have to either capture the cap or kill all of the enemy tanks within those 10 minutes. He's trying for a shot in the KV-1, but the guy pulls back. In fact, our guys are now wolf-packing him, and they've got him. Okay, 2 tanks. This is a little more difficult. Okay, so work out where they are. Okay, rounds out in the type T-3485. Lands short, but he still gets 1 critical hit. The idea is actually to pick a spot behind or in front of an enemy tank that you expect to move back into that spot, and then of course to hold the aim steady on that spot, and then as soon as the tank makes a move towards it, that's when you fire. We did hold some RT practice on the NA server yesterday actually, and Elirox was there to actually help with the practice. We were just actually having a bit of fun. We did get some other people turn up, but they weren't from What Arty Noobs. So obviously we were just helping them out, and basically tanks would run up and down a line, and that would allow the Arty to get practice by shooting at them. So they got a chance to shoot at enemy tanks without getting hit themselves. And it was quite good fun. In fact, some of the people who were playing were actually practicing their shotguns because they were waiting for our guys to move close to them or coming directly towards them, and then they tried to shotgun them when they got close and see if it worked. Of course, we did also try the practice method of going into the cap and seeing if the Arty can get a reset when they can't see the target, because of course there's no spotters in the game to actually spot where the enemy is. Of course, somebody can actually act as spotter if necessary, and if in that case, then it makes it a lot easier for them to get shots on targets. But yes, it was a bit of fun. For newbies though, if there is any people out there who are completely new to Arty, then that sort of practice can be very helpful, because then you get the chance to shoot at targets which are going to keep moving in such a way as that you can actually practice your game without having the fear of actually getting wiped out. Now that metricle was a bit big when he fired there, and as a result he didn't get the hit on the target. But one of the enemy Artys has been spotted. It's a gorilla, and it's probably going to go down. In fact, actually, there he is. He's moving. Okay, believe the target. In fact, the target was taken out by our T-25-2. Okay, we've got two enemy tanks in the town. In fact, there's a steel Waffenträger. Now, can you get a shot on target? They're trying to stop us from getting into the cap circle. There's only 3 minutes 32 seconds left. Although the cap takes the normal amount of time, 150 minutes, we have to be in there to actually cap out. Okay, trying to get a shot on this T-34. Oh, he goes down to the Tiger 1. Now, there's just over 3 minutes left. It might be a good idea for targy to get into a position inside the town and start capping. There's only that KV-1S there. We've got nobody in the town except well, we haven't got anybody in the town now because they've all been wiped out, and they just lost their steel Waffenträger. So targy's going to have to go into town and start capping. Hopefully the T-25-2 will go in as well. Now this little Arty is actually based on the AMX 13 tank, the light tank. It's a fairly heavy artillery piece, but it's actually, the whole tank weighs 18.5 tons. Now normally it would only be the driver and the commander in the vehicle, and the rest of the crew would go in a truck, and they'd normally carry all the shells in the truck as well. And I think he's just doing a quick run. Whoa! Well, that was pretty spectacular. Now all that's left on the enemy team at the moment is the KV-1S and their T-25-2. Oh, we lost our tank as well. Now he's inside the cap circle, so he has started capping. So it's now a question of holding this corner, and if the enemy tries to come into the cap trying to kill us, he's got to try and shotgun him. Who's going to be the first? Shotgun could be fatal. They might... Oh, they've spotted him. And it's the KV-1S, and he's very low on hit points. Okay. Well, that's the 105 FH-18V2 firing in. There he is. Hello. He was seen, but the KV-1S was taken out, and he's kept the cap running. Now it's just the T-25-2, and then now down to the last minute, and there's only 30 seconds left on the clock. So I'm not sure this T-25-2 knows where he is, because he's actually going after our Fifi. He's in the other end of the map, and he can stay there as far as we're concerned. He's killed our Fifi, but he hasn't got enough time to come back and reset the cap, which means we're definitely going to win, and it's only a matter of moments now, and he's done it. That's it. Targy's won. Here's there's the end of battle stats, and sadly Targy didn't get a mastery out of that game, despite the fact that he won the game for his team. He actually got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he only shows 4, but he must have had 5 at least. And he also managed to get an invader medal for being the only one capping, or at least getting at least 80 capture points in the cap. In fact, he was the only one capping in that game. And but for the fact that he was actually seen by the enemy, he would have got the Raider Invader as well, because of course they did poke their head round the corner and then had their heads blown off by Targy with a shotgun right to the face. Anyway, he managed to get a win 8 of 559 out of that one, which is, well, it's passable because he did win. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in that game was actually earned by the T25-2, who got taken out towards the end of the game. He got a high caliber and a tank sniper in the game, and 2,744 hit points. Second highest damage was the Steel Waffenträger on the enemy team, who went out towards the end, 2,680 hit points of damage. And the third highest was the T25-2 on the enemy team, who did actually take out our Fifi towards the end, but kind of forgot about what the game was about. It's an assault game, so they have to try and capture the cap or kill all the enemy tanks, and all he wanted to do was kill enemy Arty, and as a result he was outside the town whilst Targy was inside capping in it. Well, anyway, he got 2,433 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, it was the Steel Waffenträger did the best with 5 kills. 4 kills went to the T25-2, and 3 kills went to the Tiger 1, the Jagdpanther on our own team, and 2 kills went to the Achilles and the Fifi on our team. Targy only got the 1 kill, but it was an important one because it actually meant that he won the game. He took out the KV-1S on the enemy team with a shotgun to the face. When it came to base XP, it was, yes, Targy's team came out on top. The T25-2 managed 967. The Tiger 1 managed 938, the Jagdpanther 844, Targy only got 451, but he was the only one left on his team alive at the end of the game. He fired only 9 rounds in the game, got 2 direct hits, but no penetration shots at all, 398 hit points of damage, of which 384 were at more than 300 meters, the difference being, of course, the shotgun to the face. 5 enemy vehicles were damaged, 1 was killed, and he got 30 hit points of stun assist off 5 stuns and 100 capture points to win the game. Now, he did earn a profit in this game, 9,959 credits from the game, and he also took away 1,353, but I guess the thing is that he did make the enemy catch the shell, and yeah, it certainly ended his game and helped Targy win for his team. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.